Yo, yo, yo. How's it going out there, YouTube land and other folks? It occurred to me that not all y'all really know much about me and who I am. And what all it took getting here. Lots of ups and downs on the way here. So I figured I would maybe start a little bit of a series with little stories about who I am, how I got here, and some of the mischief and crazy shit that's happened along the way. I've had quite a crazy story. I'm limping around on a broke leg from getting hit by a car as we speak. Because I've always just had tons of crazy shit like that happen to me. And I think in the spirit of what I'm wanting to do with this new little series, just talking about the things I've gone through and the fact that I am laid up with recuperating from surgery on this, I think the story of how that happened will be a good way to introduce you guys to the kind of stories I'm going to be telling here in the future, with more of these coming down the line. So this is just a normal night in the life of Sid Howell Jr. So March 10th, 2018, me and a good friend of mine go to the music venue that I work at, the Masquerade. I'm going to go watch an awesome metal show. It was Mr. Pickles, Adult Swim sponsored. Exodus was headlining. Municipal Waste and Atlanta Heroes, Death of Kings were on the bill. This was a thrash show for the year. Like, this was an amazing lineup in hell. People were stage diving from the balconies, going crazy. I remember Daniel, our head at security at the time, Tony, the lead singer of Municipal Waste, hollers out at the crowd, "The first person to stage dive gets this skateboard deck." Daniel, at that point, is literally like, "What the fuck, dude? What are you doing?" Because kids just start bailing off the balconies into the floor of the venue right then and there. And it got crazy from there on. That the rest of the night was just people walking on people's heads, getting crazy as they could be with it. And I'm sure other people probably got messed up with some broken ankles from that show, because there's no way you jump off of a balcony that's 15 foot in the air onto these drunk assholes and think that they're going to catch you, and you just go straight down to your ankles on that. Man, it hurts so bad even thinking about it again. But that's not where I got hurt. That's still not how I got hurt. So the show's amazing. We end the night at the venue. Good times, and we decide we're going to go get a couple drinks, but we got to go to the restaurant bar in which my girlfriend works at, that she always invites me to come hang out, and me being the asshole bad boyfriend that I am, I never go to this bar and hang out, because it's just not on my side of town. It's not where the cool kids hang. It's just not my thing. But some people were going, and I knew if they went and showed up and I didn't show up, there would be hell to pay. So we go, me and Renee, we hang out and shut that bar down, get decent time, have a good time. But it's time to go home. We leave, and here's where the fucking party starts. We're going down Cortland Avenue in downtown Atlanta, right in the heart of what I call Dragon Con land, because it's right near the Marriott and the Hilton and everything, right on Cortland. And this car comes out of nowhere as we're just la-di-da right, and they sideswipe me out of nowhere. I didn't even see the fuckers coming. I don't know how it happened. They came out of nowhere. They keep going, and I realize, wait a minute, they don't know they hit me. These people just hit me. Mind you, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not thinking as clear as I should. So we meet up and get it to a red light, and it's John Portman and Cortland, which is the heart of Dragon Con land once again. And I quickly think, being the guy dumbass that I am, jump out of my car and say, hey, what's going on? Stop, you hit my car. We need to change information. Little did I know, she knew she hit me, and she had no intentions of stopping, so much that she looked me dead in my fucking eyes, floored it, at me. I had to spring on the hood of the car with my cat-like reflexes to avoid getting hit. And this is when it gets crazy. You don't understand fear until you're just in a moment like this. I was on the hood of this car, looking her dead in her eyes. She's gripping the wheel and accelerating faster and faster as we go. I freak out and start punching the windshield, saying, "Stop, you bitch! Stop, you fucking bitch!" Whatever, everything under the sun. And by that time, as I'm punching the windshield, smacking it, it shattered at one point. And about that time, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, holy shit. And I kind of like, damn, Sid, calm down, badass. Hey, what are you doing? And I hit it. She slammed on the brakes at what felt like she was going 60 miles per hour. I rocketed off the car 15, 20 foot through the air. It seemed like forever. It was slow motion. And when I landed, I tumbled ungodly through the street, blowing my ankles out. Thank God I had on my leather jacket and my vest. And that was even the funny part about it in hindsight, because it was such a thrash metal show. I put on my leather jacket and decided, let me put on my patch, my battle jacket. And I even laughed because there's going to be all the battle jackets at the thrash show. I better wear mine to be like all the cool kids. And I laughed at myself that evening when I put it on. But thank God I did, because when I got thrown off that car and took a tumble, see, this ain't the jacket I have with me, but those leathers, they're all scuffed to beyond. She scooted on around me, left me in the street, hightailed it. I stood up, and it was one of those things you see people on, you never think it's going to happen to you, but my ankle was jello. I stood up, and it just flumbled like nothing. Tried to stand up and get out of the street, and you just can't. Nothing's this. There's only way to describe it is that it's jello. So I crawl out of the street and I'm, help me, Renee, help. Renee's still up at my car up on the main road, and he finally gets down there to me and says, what the fuck just happened? Because it all happened so quick. And we call 911. And the cops show up, and with that quick, they have her. And we're like, whoa, how do you have her? I thought that she was gone. That was it. She got pulled over right down the street for going the wrong way on a one-way and with no headlights on. And then she starts screaming, thank you for pulling me over because somebody just attacked my car. My 911 call goes out around the same time, and they're like, 1 and 1 equals 8. Exactly. They know what time it is. So they put her in the car and bring her back over to me to identify, if you will. And at this time, I'm walking over there. The cop has me on one side. Renee has me on another, and we're limping along to get an ID on this girl that hit me. And I could tell before I got over to it, that's who it was. I mean, I just looked her dead in her eyes. But when I got over to it, I realized she had a perched up face like she just took a bite into a lemon. And I realized this bitch is mad at me. So I looked her dead in her eyes, and I looked at the cops, and I said, oh yeah, that's the fucking heifer that hit me right there. She tried to kill me. And I was like, you no good bitch. And the cop pulled me away and went on with it. We could see the hospital from where we were. It was that close. It was sitting there. They said, do you want an ambulance? I was like, what? I said, no, I mean, I'm just a broke ankle and I can see the hospital. So me and Renee switch out. While waiting on the cops, he said it was the coolest thing ever. He said I looked like John McClane on the hood of this car as it goes away, punching the windshield like he in downtown Atlanta with skyscrapers everywhere. I probably was pretty cool. But we leave and go to the hospital. And when you get to a hospital in the heart of an inner city, there's all kinds of crazy shit going on. There's gunshot wounds. There's people with abscess. There's people with tummy aches that you just need to go take a shit, dude. Chill out. And then there's a lot of vagrants and homeless people walking in and out just trying to get out of the cold. And this night was kind of drizzly and very fucking cold night. So it was one of the nights where they do have more of the homeless and people like that trying to come in and just get off the streets. So I've already walked in and told them what I need, and I need to, broke foot, give me a doctor, let's do something. They said, all right, sit over there, you're not in a huge rush. And me and Renee are both fucking, I'm soberish because I was driving, but Renee is fucking hammered. He'd been drinking Double Jack and Cokes all night long. So he's trying to keep me in better spirits, and he's playing around. But about this time, this homeless guy walks in, and he must be a regular because they're like, whatever his name was, I can't even remember. We'll just call him Clyde for right now. I was like, Clyde, we ain't got time for your shit. And I was like, no, hell no. Y'all got to take care of me. I ain't feeling good. And they said, well, what's wrong, Clyde? He said, God damn it, I told you I ain't feeling good. So he's, fuck it, sit down over there. He sits down next to us, and he's looking around the room, and he's got bags of shit with him and all kinds of stuff. And he sets it down, and no big deal. And he looks over at me and sees I don't have a shoe on and goes, your foot, you ain't got no shoe on. A nasty ass foot in here. And then he starts talking shit, and I'm like, this motherfucker gonna give me hell about my fucking foot being out for real? Moment goes on, then all of a sudden he fires off on me so bad. He said, you need to put a shoe on that stinking ass zoo foot, smells like zoo dirt up in here with your orangutan piss smelling foot. No, it was orangutan shit and hippopotamus piss feet up out of here. And I'm looking, me and Renee and now are losing it, laughing our ass off, just like, oh my God, this guy's got some good comedy coming out of him, but just he's roasting my ass. But going back to it, Clyde was a regular because they said we ain't gonna have it. And now about that time, the security guard whom Renee had been fucking with, who was a young guy who was sleeping in the corner, Sanchez, that was his name because Renee kept screaming at him every time he'd doze off, Sanchez! Coming up. Well, Sanchez and Clyde knew each other. So he done told him, I ain't got time for you, gonna calm down, we're gonna chunk you out. Well, after he done insulted my zoo feet, my hippopotamus piss smelling feet, and told me to fuck off 100 times and told me I wasn't shit, he calmed down and went in the back for something. I don't know, but finally to get his chance, I guess to get your blood pressure and just the normal shit that they're going to do to take him in. And he comes rolling out, and they got guards on him. They chunking his ass out for the night. And Sanchez gives us a look right as they get to the door and says, that's right, Clyde, you zoo dirt smelling motherfucker, and throws him out of the fucking hospital. And that's it. So, that's just... It was like a Wednesday night in the life of Sid Howell Jr. Tons of crazy shit like that. Tune me in for more. I'm going to keep these stories going, and we'll just see how it goes. Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.